Kodak invented the digital camera, so how did it lose everything? Imagine inventing the future, decades before almost everyone else. You own the technology, you have the engineers. You have one of the most recognizable brands in America, and somehow, you still lose. That's the story of Kodak. For generations, Kodak wasn't simply a camera company. It was photography. Birthdays, weddings, vacations, graduations. Millions of families captured their most important memories on Kodak film, and every time someone took those pictures, Kodak's business kept making money. Film had to be purchased, pictures had to be developed, and photographs had to be printed. It was a brilliant business model. But in 1975, a young Kodak engineer named Steve Sasson helped create what Kodak recognizes as the world's first digital camera. The prototype was roughly the size of a toaster. It captured black and white images at a resolution of only 10,000 pixels by today's standards. That's almost laughable, but think about what it represented. For the first time, a photograph could be captured electronically. Kodak had just helped invent the future of photography, and that created an enormous problem. Because Kodak was making huge amounts of money from the world that digital photography threatened to replace. Think about it. If cameras no longer needed film, what happened to film sales? If people could see photographs electronically, what happened to photo processing? Kodak wasn't simply facing a new competitor. It was facing a technology capable of attacking the economics of its existing business. But here's where the story becomes more complicated. Kodak didn't completely ignore digital photography. In 1986, Kodak developed a practical megapixel image sensor. In 1991, it introduced a professional digital camera system. And in 1995, it launched a point-and-shoot digital camera for consumers. Kodak could see the future. The problem was successfully transforming its enormous business around that future. And then another revolution arrived, the smartphone. Suddenly, millions of people didn't even need a separate camera. Photography had changed forever. And Kodak's old advantage became increasingly less valuable. By January 2012, Eastman Kodak Company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The company that pioneered digital photography had been overwhelmed by it. But Kodak didn't disappear. After restructuring, it emerged in 2013. Increasingly focused on commercial imaging and printing technologies, Kodak's greatest enemy wasn't a lack of innovation. It was the difficulty of letting go of an incredibly successful past. Sometimes, inventing the future isn't enough. You also have to be willing to leave the past behind.